All right, so first off today, here are all the ingredients we're going to be using, and that if you want to follow along, you need to get these ingredients for yourself. So we have chicken breast, Parmesan, kosher salt, a grater or a zester. Today it's a grater, garlic, basil, butter, noodles. These are linguine noodles. If you want fettuccine Alfredo, you just got to get fettuccine. Chicken broth, and our heavy whipping cream. Oh, and also butter. We have kosher salt, but that's just if we want to add a little bit of salt towards the end. We might not even need it. Okay, guys, for today's recipe, you're going to need a stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons. See, I'm not making it up, guys. It really is 8 tablespoons. All right, working on my car today. Please ignore those. Okay, so we're going to get this melted first off, and then we're going to add our heavy whipping cream next. I don't really know what the exact recipe is, guys, but I'm probably going to put about a cup and a half of milk in there. I'm going to turn this down, guys, because I don't want to burn my butter. All right. I want to keep this sauce nice and white and really clean looking, so it has a nice gloss to it. So we're going to make sure we don't burn that. And then while that is heating up, so this is going to be for our noodles. You can use a pot, of course. I like this wider flat pan. I just feel like it heats up faster. And so we're going to be boiling our noodles in chicken broth. I accidentally grabbed the reduced sodium. That's okay. So chicken broth with your noodles just just takes it all up a notch. Okay. There's no other reasoning behind it really, other than just that flavor. That chicken flavor gets in the noodles, and it just makes for a way better noodle. Okay, so our butter is melted, and now we're going to add our cup and a half of heavy whipping cream. So you can set your heavy whipping cream out before so it's warm and heats up faster, but I think I just got it straight out of the fridge. But that's a quick tip. So now we're going to add our cream and then get that all heated up. And then we're going to add our Parmesan after our cream and butter gets hot. Okay, so while our cream and butter are getting hot, you want to work the cream into the butter. You want that milk fat in the butter and the milk fat in the cream to combine and lock in with each other, and so that way when you add your Parmesan, this is already mixed up well. Okay, for this recipe, we used 4 cloves of garlic. So I will say the garlic was a little stronger than I expected, and it kind of took over the Alfredo. So I'd recommend maybe 2 cloves if you're not a big fan of garlic, but it was delicious. And traditionally, real Alfredo is only made with butter and Parmesan. But as time went on, we added cream to it, and now we're adding a little garlic, which is okay because it is delicious and it is a beautiful Alfredo sauce. So when you're picking out your Parmesan, you want to find one that doesn't have the cellulose added to it. Ideally, you can get a whole Parmesan block, but I was being lazy, so I got this one. It's a good brand. It didn't have any cellulose in it. So next, I'm just going to grate this Parmesan in here. So the correct way to use this grater is actually turn it the other way and then tap your Parmesan in there. But I'm doing it this way, so this is the wrong way. I'm sorry, Chef Jean Pierre, but please don't look at this video. Don't tag Chef Jean Pierre in the comments because he'll see this and tell me, hey, you're using the grater wrong. But anyways, guys, get it as close to there as you're brave enough to get it. And after I grated all these cloves, I added them to the the butter and cream, and let them cook for a little bit because I don't want them raw when I'm adding the Parmesan. So we're going to get those soft and get that flavor infused in the butter and cream. And then we're going to add our Parmesan next. So make sure that you mix this up thoroughly, and then you're going to want to bring it to a simmer after you get your garlic mixed up real nice. And then we're on to my favorite part. Okay, so our butter and cream mixture has been simmering for about 5 minutes now, so we're just going to go ahead and turn that down, and then we're going to add the Parmesan next. So I don't know how much Parmesan I used, but it was about as much as you saw me use. However much that was, a little over half of that container. And I think I added some more in there later. So you're going to want to just mix that up real nice and slow and work that Parmesan into that milk and butter, and it will melt and dissolve in there. As you can see, the Alfredo is coming together. It's looking beautiful. See how some of that cheese sticks to the spoon? Just get that cheese off there. Make sure it gets in your milk and butter, so you don't waste any of that cheese. Or you can always just eat it off the spoon like I do. But as you can see, I was having a little trouble there, but we're gonna make it work. So just slowly whisk that until all the cheese is melted and you have a nice, beautiful Alfredo. Okay, so make sure you taste your Alfredo. Make sure the texture sticks to the spoon well but isn't too runny. I tasted it. It was delicious as expected. And now we're just going to prep our chicken and get that cooked. And so we're going to be having linguine Alfredo with chicken breast today, if you didn't already know. Um, Traditionally, Alfredo is usually just fettuccine noodles and Alfredo sauce. But I like a little protein with my noodles, so we're having chicken with ours. So our chicken stock is boiling. So we're going to go ahead and add our noodles. These are linguine noodles. So it is linguine Alfredo, guys. If I had fettuccine noodles, it would be fettuccine Alfredo. A lot of people think that the noodles, if you're not using the right ones, it's not Alfredo. That's wrong, guys. Alfredo is the sauce, it's not the noodles. So if anybody ever tells you different, just tell them, hey, listen here, Chef Roll said if I use the noodles, it doesn't matter as long as the sauce is right, and let them know what's up. And if they give you a hard time about it, then they probably don't know how to cook, guys.
Okay, so for our chicken, you want to make these thinner. If the chicken feels a little slimy at all, I would rinse it off and dry it off with a paper towel, but it feels pretty fresh, so it's all good. So we're gonna break down this chicken so it cooks evenly and quickly on the pan, in the pan. So see that little ridge there? We're gonna break that out. We're gonna break this little ridge there for that tendon holding that. We're gonna just roll this chicken out. Alright. Always put it down and flatten it like that. Alright, I'm gonna take this breast and just push down and just break those fibers in there. You'll feel them coming apart as your chicken flattens. Alright. There we go. Okay, you see how that chicken breast is nice and even? So it's gonna cook evenly. That way it's juicy all the way through and not just juicy on one side. Alright, and we're gonna do this other one and then we're going to season after that. Okay, we're just gonna hit it with the basic seasoning, guys. First, some salt. This is kosher salt, by the way, if you didn't see that. And some garlic. a little bit of pepper, just to give it some color. And then some parsley. Oh. Alright, you just want to pat that down a little bit. Alright, now we get to wash our hands again, which is okay. Alright, let's do the same thing again. Okay guys, so our pasta is done. So guys, don't throw this water out. We're going to use it in a minute, okay? But we are going to take the pasta out of it, alright? Guys, so we're going to save our pasta water. First, take this colander. Just like that. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil in here. Alright. Then we're gonna get a little bit of olive oil in this pan for the chicken. We're gonna mix this pasta up so it doesn't stick together. If it's still kind of sticky, you can always add a little bit more olive oil, or you can use butter. But that's gonna work for us for now. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna add our chicken now. Right, nice little sizzle. Okay. Just like that. Okay guys, so our chicken is done. I'm just gonna set that to the side for now. Alright.
So if you are using bread with your meal, definitely use that chicken pan that has the olive oil in it and soak that delicious chicken juice and olive oil up to heat your bread up, and you're gonna have some really good bread. So there we go, we're getting our bread all nice and hot and toasted. Some garlic bread, you know, the classic Walmart special, but it's delicious. I don't care what you say. Maybe one day we'll get an oven and we can make some bread for y'all.
Okay, so now we're going to take this right here. Alright, we're going to take our pasta water. I'm not going to add all of that. Just going to mix that in there. That's going to smooth it out. Alright, I'm going to take just a little bit of black pepper. If you don't want the black pepper in there, you want it to be completely white, you can use white pepper. Alright. Alright guys, so we're going to get our pasta first. I could use a little bit more olive oil, but it did pretty good. Okay. Okay. Grab our pasta there. Okay. Okay, let's get this a little better laid out. So let's take it into this. Just going to put it like that right there. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get our chicken. All right. Put that piece off right there. All right. So this is a big chicken breast, guys, so I'll probably only use that much there. All right, you see that chicken? Nice and juicy. All right, just gonna take our chicken like this. Lay the chicken across there. Lay it out nicely. All right, like that. Okay, so we're gonna take these basil leaves and we're going to shiv them. All right, so we don't want to crush them, guys. So you just want to roll them up gently like that. All right. You're gonna take your knife. You're just gonna get really thin slices. Okay. And then you'll have these right here. Okay. Okay, you're gonna take your basil. Just do a light on the top, and then right here on the side, just like that. All right. Take one more basil leaf. Set it right there like that. You're gonna take a little bit of Parmesan right here, and just right there. Okay. And they can use it as you want. Okay, guys. That is the final plate right there. What do y'all think? I think this leaf should go right there like that. I think we should take the leaf off. I think that looks better without the leaf. Okay. Y'all how it was? So good, guys. It is creamy, buttery. Parmesan's coming through. The chicken's juicy. Awesome meal. Yeah. Enjoy chicken Alfredo. Definitely have to make this.